Mokichiwa, and welcome everybody to One Piece, the latest One Piece chapter live reaction, One Piece 1176. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I got the page already pulled up. And let's see where this chapter goes. Okay, so this is a pretty nice cover spread. It's been a while since we've had this cover spread. Last couple of chapters. It's pretty nice. The colors look really nice as well. The whole Straw Hat Gang. All right, I'm gonna scroll down to the first page. Loki's Thunderhelm roars out. And I see, yeah, there's Luffy and them. They're riding on the back of Nidhogg. And to be honest, everybody, we know Luffy is Nika is taming that Nidhogg. That'd make a good meme, actually. But let me continue to the rest of the panel that I'm not looking at here. Is that Frankie? It is Frankie. Man, it's been a while since we've seen him. He's kind of just been side paneled since before the flashback. He was dealing with Rupley, Gabon's wife. I remember when they were looking at the big mural painting that was in the big tree, and it showed all the ancient One Piece lore on the that huge piece of art from the tree. And he's saying, "Oh wow, it's one hell of a party over there, huh?" And he's looking with a distressed face. And I'm scrolling down. Lilith? Man, it's been a while since we've seen her too. And she's just, I don't know, she's just kind of been just side paneled. It's been a while since we've seen her, so I guess I wonder what they're up to. What you doing, Lilith? Question mark. Frankie must be coming into where she is. Isn't Vegapunk in that box? It's a good thing I unloaded it near the school. These are Obi draw converters, OCDs for short. I'm fairly certain hover tech should be feasible on Elbath, and he's looking with a head. Oh, is that Julie Bonnie? Holy cow, we're seeing everybody that we haven't seen in like we haven't seen them since they came on Elbath with all of them, and they kind of just hung on the sidelines. I guess they were with Frankie and Lilith, and they kind of just went on the side and were just hanging out while the rest of all this stuff's still going on with the they're handling the God's Knights and all the chaos on the main part of the island of what's going on Elbath. She's on the top of his head. Don't you feel it over there, back there? That place is teeming with energy. It's all around us. Have you never tried harnessing anything stronger than cola to power yourself? And he's asking, huh? With his question, question mark on his, with a question mark in the box here, and Bonnie's on the top of his head. So basically, is she suggesting something to Frankie other than cola? Because I know his original source of power has always been cola. Super. And he does his super pose. I wonder if she's coming up with some kind of concoction for him to get some kind of upgrade, because he deserves an upgrade. I'm just being honest. And he's definitely going to need that going into the future, into the final saga, now that we're finally here, with whoever he's going to be facing next. Because Frankie hasn't really had much of a battle since Wano, and he fought whatever those demonic looking wacko creatures were that were up on the they were wherever they were at, wherever when they were battling them in Rokushima or yeah, the name of that inside of the building where they were having Kaido was having his party and all that back then. But anyhow, it looks like we're leaving here. We're going back to the we're going back to the scene. It's changing scenes. It looks like we're going back to the main area where everything's going on. Whoa, the flames have gotten so much. This is a nightmare. The world really might be ending today. Did you see that thing that dragon's so big it even dwarfs Kaido? Man, that's the thing I was been saying. That Nidhogg form of this fruit that Noki has, it does dwarf Kaido. And they're even recognizing it. That's crazy. Okay, it looks like I'm scrolling down, and it looks like I see Usopp, and he's got his panic face here like this. Or I'm trying to mimic his face. Then again, okay, this was him speaking the whole time. Then again, wasn't Luffy on his back? Does that mean it's on our side? Usopp's being himself. I can understand the fan base and why some are like, why hasn't Usopp gotten his moment yet? But I think we just need to wait and see where Oda's gonna go with this. Just based off of his standpoint, because this is supposed to be Usopp's arc. Going all the way back, it was foreshadowed being the brave warrior of the sea. And also, we know there's a pattern with Usopp when he tells a lie that it comes true. And that's a consistent pattern with his character in One Piece. And it would be funny if I know he does need an observation haki upgrade, and I've been saying that for a while. I've been saying it the last couple of times, talking about Usopp, particularly with this arc. He does need an observation haki upgrade. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting Conqueror's haki, not as a joke, but because he did lie about that. I remember, I think it was back in Wano. He did when they were fighting some of the Beast Pirate subordinates. I don't know, just a bunch of no-name subordinates. He was shouting out that he had observation, or he was taking claim for knocking all the I think it might have been Zoro that was or Luffy, one of them, whoever it was, they knocked out some of the subordinates with their I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart for a minute. I'm talking about Conqueror's haki. And he was like taking credit for it. But anyhow, let me read the rest of this. That dummy's always pulling some reckless stunt, and that's Nami and Jinbei running. And which she's right. I mean, Nami's right. Luffy always has a way of recklessly doing stuff, but hey, I said this in the beginning that I just was gonna picture him and Loki come crashing in, but I wasn't expecting it to be that soon. And they ended up rescuing the kids as they went off the cliff, and he right there, right into Summer's face with that powerful punch, which he deserved it. Yep, I'm good to go. Let's hurry. This will be tricky, but at least we don't have to worry about the kids anymore. Saw. It looks like Robin's in the background. I guess she's going to where Saw is, and he got injured. I remember he tried to face Summers, and he got tore up by the spikes and the roses and all that stuff, trying to go up against him. I was even surprised he even had armament haki. I mean, he was a vice admiral, but anyhow, I'm not trying to ramble on. Let me read the rest of this. So I'm guessing Jinbei and Nami are both running towards where the fire is in the library. And Robin's comforting Saw. I see it right here as I'm scrolling down the panel. Sorry, I got no business lying around here at a time like this. And she's asking, are you okay? And then I see Nami here. She says, "Here we go. Come on, Zeus. This is urgent." Oh, okay. She's getting Zeus out. Okay, she's about to do something. I wonder if they're going to the library because yeah, I was just right because I'm scrolling down and I'm already seeing it. Yeah, it's burning up in flames. We've got to put out the fires at the school and library. Okay, so Nami's going to be the one to act on this and to stop the fires and the flames. So it makes sense because she has the weather ability with her Kaimatracta pole, and she has the power of Zeus too. Leave it to me, Nami. I've saved plenty of water like you asked, and she's commanding him pouring rain. Oh gosh, Sanji. That's our perfect Nami-san. She's ready for anything. Tempo. Okay, yep. I see the rain's coming down. Go away. Hey, this wasn't part of the deal. Who said you could put the fire out? A monster. Watch out, Zeus. Okay, that must be one of the Killingham's monsters. Please, let this work, Nami Zeus. Okay. Yeah, I can understand Robin. All these books that were in the library were all part of the ones that Saw originally were able to save that it was all that information that they had archived with Vegapunk and or that information that Vegapunk was able to save from I'm trying to remember the ancient research they had done going back to hold on a second. O'Hara, I'm sorry, O'Hara. It just came to me. O'Hara. I can understand why not Robin's wanting this to be saved, and it's actually that's a good thing that Nami's actually finally doing something, and they're trying to save it. Um, I'm scrolling down the panel here. Is that rain? Saul's asking. Zeus is saying, "Huh." I see another panel here with another fate. Oh, that's Killingham. Okay, now we're finally seeing Killingham coming onto the scene because we didn't see him since the chapter before this, or it might have been even the 2 chapters ago. Oh, whoops! I forgot to put my live reaction. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, there we go. I forgot to put that down there. Okay, let me get back to the panel here. Okay, it's Killingham. He's coming onto the scene. He's saying, "Our terms were clear. You were meant to forsake this world history crap." Grah, Zeus. Okay, I wonder if Killingham is commanding the monster or the monster just acting on itself, and it's going after Zeus for trying to stop the fires burning, and they're asking Zeus. And now I see Saw down here responding, and he's asking, "Is that a snake?" Or somebody's asking, "Is that a snake?" And I see Nami's face is in shock. She's like, "Zeus." I'm trying to see what the name of this creature is because it's got a title right here. This box. Excuse me. What kind of creature is this called? Hold on. I'm trying to look this name up real quick because I'm not familiar with this. A Lindworm, okay. Or not a Lindworm. Yeah, it is a Windworm. I'm sorry, Ringworm. Not Ringworm, Ringworm. What I find most scary, Ringworm. The OCDs are engaging, huh? He must be one of the three demons. Wait a sec. What's going on here? I see Sanji in the corner over here. That was Jinbei speaking before. He's going, huh? After I just read that panel here, and I'm going to the right as I'm scrolling down slowly. Who is that guy? Question mark. Okay, this must be Sanji, and he's looking directly at Killingham with that hard stare, like serious stare. He was our last hope to put out these flames. He's talking about Zeus. Okay, he's referring to Zeus because Killingham must have commanded this dream monster to go over there and to go after Zeus because he saw them trying to put the flames out because he's the one that originally started it, actually. Oh, Sanji's spinning here. Thermal energy absorption, and he's spinning around, spinning, 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 spinning. What is he? I wonder if Sanji's about to do something. I wonder if he's going to attack the monster because it attacked Zeus. I wonder what we're going to go with this. I mean, man, this reminds me of that move he did back on Sky, way back in Skypiea when Luffy and Usopp and Luffy, Usopp, and Sanji all fought against that one fat dude or that fat guy with the glasses, that big old fat whatever guy was. I'm trying to remember what his name was. It'll probably come to me in a second. Because it's been so long since I've remember that name. Satori. When they battled Satori, this was something similar to Sanji did. He spun like that, and then he unleashed a concuss kick right on his head. I wonder if that's what he's doing. And then Killingham's looking with a dead face or a serious dead face, and he's asking, "What is that thing?" And it must be coming toward him or coming toward I guess the monster or the flames are out. What? Everything's frozen. Everything's now freezing. What is going on here? Nami's asking what happened. Seems like they did it. The fire in the schools and libraries have all been extinguished. Even calamities are ultimately just clamps of energy. Oh, this must be the power of what Lilith is was talking about here, because I see her here. I'm scrolling down. Okay, we're going back to the scene with Frankie. Okay. This has nothing to do with what okay, this has nothing to do with the fires and stuff. Okay, I'm kind of getting the panels mixed up there, so pardon me for a second. Okay, we're going back to Frankie and Lilith and Bonnie. Frankie, take this for a whirl. Hold up this bottle. It looks like it's going to burst. Yep, I call it. Listen. Good now? Your fuel is your passion. When you use this stuff, your power will explode. Your eternal structure is truly magnificently designed. You're at least on par with a pacifista, but I was shocked to learn you managed to run yourself on plain old cola. Super Vega Cola. he's getting an upgrade, and it's kind of long deserving for Frankie and whatever Vegapunk's coming up with here, with the Super Vega Cola, I guess we can call it. Okay. And now we're going back to the scene with the monster. Okay, it bit Zeus. I see Killingham to the left of it here. Okay, so he did command it. I believe he did, because that's how I read the. How I was thinking the dialogue was being read in the other panels before. Um, Ush, it's so dark. Nami, save me. Zeus, I'm coming. Okay. Zeus is trapped in its mouth. And I'm scrolling down and I see Saw and Robin both together. She says, Saw, can you make it to the library? Weiss, Weiss, of course I can. Robin, you must be worried sick. All that history was left to us by O'Hara. And I see Killingham kind of making a sadistic smile here on the left panel. And it looks like he's commanding the creature to do something. Yes, he's speaking here. Devour the library, dream demon. Don't give them even the faintest glimmer of hope. Roar. A new world can only be born by serving things like serving things like history. And he's throwing in a sadistic look at it. Nami, leave Zeus to me. Okay. It looks like Jinbei's about to do something here. Okay. He'll cough him right up after a strike from my fist. Okay. It looks like Jimbo's. I'm not Jimbo. Jinbei's about to do something. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, Jimbo's. I'm sorry, not Jimbo. Jinbei. I guess we just call him Jimbo. Jimbo, whatever. Jinbei's about to do something. He's going to handle the monster. If he goes after the monster, I wonder if Killingham's going to probably step in there and be like, probably gonna try and fight Jinbei. I don't know. Let's see where this goes, because Sanji was spinning around and he's about to do something. Okay, I see Killingham here to the left. Whoa, is that a fish man? They really are the most repulsive race in the world. If anyone's going to gag, it'd be me. Good thing I brought my mask. Oh, shoot. Freaking Sanji is just like, he's got his smoke, and he's just looking right at Killingham, staring him down with a hard stare in this panel. I'm looking down here below as I'm scrolling down slowly, and it looks like he's making a speech to him. That elitist attitude and gross ideology, it's typical for a celestial dragon. You must be really out of touch if you even don't recognize a former warlord like Jinbei. Now, how you're gonna pay for insulting a member of our crew? How about I kick a hole in that precious mask of yours? Oh, Sanji's getting his moment to go after a celestial dragon now. Because I remember Luffy when he punched Charles back in Sababodi. Man, that's probably one of the best punches in the series. And I wonder now what Sanji's about to do here. Sanji now wants to break some celestial dragon head. Even though this is a holy knight, he is a celestial dragon too. He's just a higher ranking one in their society. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Okay, we got a lot of action going on here. I see. Okay, it must be Frankie's testing out his ability. Super, and he's jumping like that into the air. My jumping power is unreal. All my muscles are roaring to go. With my boots, any monster that crosses me is going to be crying for mercy after just one hit. I wonder if he's going to jump into the action now and he's going to fight some of these demon monsters too and using his new ability. And we're going to see We might see this maybe in the next chapter or two, or how many others, because we're still not finished with um this whole battle that they have to still battle here. And take. I mean, they got the fires extinguished, but there's still stuff to be done here. Super strong, and then I see Jinbei down here doing his move. Fishman karate secret technique. I see Sanji's charging his kick like he's about to do something. Oh, he's going after Killingham. There's no way he's lifting it up. Is Killingham going to defend himself or what? I'm trying to read this move here. Hold on a second. Let me type this in here. Ephraim Jim Jum. I wonder. That sounds French or Japanese. It must be at one of his announcing kicks. Okay, he's about ready to do something. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, there's the demon monster. Frankie's, or that might be Jinbei. I'm trying to see down in the panel. Sanji's spinning. He's about, okay, he's going to hit Killingham. And let's scroll down the chat. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm sorry, it was kind of hard for me to read that panel because you had a lot going on with Sanji, Jinbei, and then Frankie at the same time. Okay, I gotta scroll down a little further because this is I don't know why this web page that I'm using mangafire.com or dot to .com to for the chapter. But it's kind of it looks like it's copying and repasting some of the panels, so I gotta scroll down past these same ones I've already read. Okay, here this must be the final part of the chapter right here because it looks like we're getting to the end of it here. Holy crap. This is a big panel and we got a lot going on here. Man, Frankie's just going in for the kill, man. He's just blasting. Damn. He's freaking just punching that he's punching the pants off of this whatever this demon monster is here. And this must be his new power that he just got, this power up. Oh, Sanji, he got him. Oh man, he's doing that move, man. We haven't seen that move. I'm sorry, I gotta play the clip. I'm doing it right now. I don't care. Don't copyright me, YouTube. But I'm gonna play the scene from the anime when they fought that big fat guy. You probably remember who I'm talking about. Tori. Okay, here it is. Let me turn it up just a hair so you can hear it. Kong Kesh. Ah. And he just did that right on top of Killingham, and he went straight through the helmet. I'm looking at the details. Damn. Damn. That man, the kick, the force of that kick is that, man, that's gotta be bone crushing. Freaking like a celestial dragon kick on their head, man. Holy cow. And then I'm seeing a little panel below that, and it looks like the monster's head is coming off, so he's pretty much defeated. And then Megabon Drill is the name of that attack that oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even catch the bottom here. Excuse me. Jinbei's attacking him too with that other attack, so they're both working together spontaneously. Frankie's punching his head, and Jinbei's punching underneath it with using his fishman karate technique. Oh no, we're not done. We still got a little bit more of this chapter. I'm sorry. I thought that was the end. I was expecting that to be the end of the chapter. Okay, we got a little more to go here. Let me finish. Let's go down here. Okay. Okay, we're going to West Village. Demonic giant warrior pirates. The warriors of West Village versus Hydrogen Stitching, Jarul and Zoro. Okay, Zoro's still over here. And Dory and Bragi, which they're all still possessed. Crack, crack. With their regeneration, we could keep cutting them down over and over for eternity, and every one of them is a familiar face. Just seeing them, oh gosh, it hurts. Pains us too. What the hell can we do to stop this? And they're all looking at them, and they're just not stopping. Gah. Yeah, so, Dory and Bragi are still on a rampage here. Captain Dory, Captain Bragi. Dory, are you still in there? I'm barely hanging on, Bragi. And I see Zoro down here looking with a serious face on. We're in utter disgrace. We're in utter disgrace. How could we ever allow such mad insults against an unsteamed elder like Jarul to cross our lips? Taking his head would strain our honor for generations, right? It would never serve to come to this. We're in agreement then. Of course we are. We'll never yield to these demons. A whole century of duels. We had a great time of it together, didn't we? We are warriors of Elbath. There's nothing left for us but to die with Praha. Oh, shit. They just cut off their heads. I'm sorry. Oh, shoot. They just cut off their heads. Freaking like. They both just attacked their head. They just both cut off their heads clean. Captain Dory, Captain Bragi, why did they do that? Okay, so their heads are decapitated. Wait, what is going on here? I'm seeing Zoro's looking at this like, or he's like, I'm sorry, I'm just making his face. Turn, how in the world? Am I missing a panel here? I'm sorry, I didn't read this other bottom panel before this. They said Chiefs, Dory Bragi. Okay, this is before they were, as their heads were getting chopped off. You're both what? Back to normal. Their heads are even back in place. Then that means I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of a what's going on here? Have they discovered the counteract to the Domi Reversi? Let me read a little further down here. That means lopping off their heads will work. Okay, this is a nice cut. This is a nice panel right here. I like this design of this panel. That means lopping off their heads. Now we know we just need to land fatal blows and they'll be restored. There's no need to hold back. But it seems your body returns to working shape the moment you flipped back. Our gruesome courses weren't a pretty sight for you all. We can even gauge their hearts out, but that's totally out of the question. I mean, they're our friends, right? So we can go all out against them, huh? Death breaks the demonic curse. Hey, get all the kids back home. They shouldn't be here. I feel kind of bad. Zoro, yeah, this is really breaking my heart. Mine bleeds for them, honestly. My chest aches too. We're very reluctant, but you guys better brace yourselves. Yeah, this is yeah. Man, this is going to be another good chapter coming, or another good couple of next chapters coming, because Zoro's wants to go all out. I've been knowing I can already just sense he wants to go in for. He wants to just slice it all and get it done. So this just kind of begs the question to me. So by dying, the curse is reversed, because any other characters that we've seen that have been Dermy Reversey, like Roxy Navy Zebek, it had to take both not Rocks, it had to take both Roger and Garp to team up together to take him down. And even with their own viewed strength, it wasn't enough to. It didn't kill him. And as far as I remember in the flashback, I remember Garling and the rest of the Holy Knights that were still on the island, as both Garp and him were knocked out and they escaped. Roxy Zebek was pretty much knocked out cold at that point, and he wasn't killed. And then we see Garland coming there with a sword, and then he's like that and kills him. I mean, does that mean he was freed from the Domi reverse cursed? I mean, I don't remember seeing that back in the chapters when we were reading the flashback of uh the God Valley incident. I don't know. That's just something to think about for a minute, because we're getting this reveal to what exactly reverses the curse of the Domi Reversi technique. I wonder if there's another technique too that Luffy might have with the drums of through the drums of Revelation and his Gear 5 that can also counteract the Domi Reversi too. But this seems to be another route that we're going down here. So basically, they just have to take their heads and like to kill them, and then it reverses itself. I mean, let me read this part again. I don't know. I'm reading the panels here with Journey Brocky, and it seems to me like they're coming to their senses, like they have enough. They've reached enough with their own senses that they know to their own willpower that they're willing to at least make the Emu doesn't have full control of them to the point where they're able to do this act where they both take their heads both one another. And I wonder if this highlighted box here, even though it doesn't say it, I wonder if that's the voice of all things and they're both communicating with one another. I mean, I could be wrong, or that could be a narration from the panels that I'm reading here. I'm not entirely certain, but I'm wondering if that was the voice of all things and they're both speaking to one another in this panel's right here on the top. Because that's how Rocksteady Zebek was, or excuse me, Rocksteady's Navy Zebek was able to communicate with both Roger and Garp, because they heard the voice of all things, and he was able to communicate to them that he was in distress, and he was both pleading with them to take his own life because he just completely lost control of himself because of how great Emu's power, the Domi Reversi affected him. Yeah, this is quite an interesting chapter. I mean, yeah, that's the end of. I'm just scrolling back down after rereading all of this, and that's the end of chapter 1007. Chapter 1070. Yeah, I'm sorry, 1700. Not 700. 1076. One Piece chapter manga. Manga chapter. This is a good chapter, and it's off. I'm just gonna say, out of a scale of 1 to 10, I give this chapter a 10 because of Frankie getting an upgrade. Okay, Sanji using a pre-time a move that we haven't seen him use since pre-time skipped against the big fat guy. Trying to remember his name again. Satori back in Skypiea, which is a pre-time skip move, and he finally gets to attack a celestial dragon. But this also begs the question to me that this is not a Conqueror's Haki based move. It's not knocking them out for the count. Like, he's probably gonna get back up. I don't see Killingham just being defeated in one blow like that, because I don't. Let me scroll up here to the panel. I don't see any lightning or nothing like that usually displays a Conqueror's Haki based attack. So Sanji did not wake. He did not awake. I mean, unless I could be wrong, but I just don't see the effects to where you could indicate that that's Conqueror's Haki based. It's just flame based off of his own power. Yeah, that made the chapter for me. Seeing him kicking Killingham like that, because he deserved that, and then seeing Jinbei do something, and Frankie, man, he's kind of the MPP of this, but with Sanji, in the sense because he got an upgrade, and we finally see him kind of joining in. And I like what Oda's doing for Frankie. I think Frankie really is long and deserving of an upgrade of his abilities. And wherever we're going to go with this, I really hope we get a moment for Usopp at some point to see in this arc as well, which I believe we're going to, because he is going to be the brave warrior of the sea. I understand the frustration with maybe some in the fan base that maybe are getting kind of frustrated because we've come this far into the arc and we still haven't seen Usopp do jack. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna end it with that. My notion for the next chapter is I believe we're probably gonna get more action with the Giants, and Zoro and the rest of them are going to go in and take care of the rest of the Domi reverse Giants now that they've discovered I guess the reverse of the Domi of Reversi effect of what we just witnessed with Dory and Bragi. I wonder if any of these God Knights are gonna get back up as well. Between Killingham or even Summers at this point. I don't I guess depending on how badly damaged Summers got hit by Luffy's punch, I don't really know. Killingham, he's got to come back up. I mean, I don't see Sanji just one-shotting him. I could be wrong, but I don't see him. I could see him regenerating from that because that was. I don't think that was a Conqueror's Hockey infected kick. Um, and then also they're probably going to move forward and figuring out to get the library. What they can figure out to get in there that can be saved and what can be saved and forged through from what's already survived the fire. And then we didn't even see Gonko and Emu possessed in this chapter. And I wonder if he, through her body, is going to go confront Loki and Luffy wherever they're flying off to, because Luffy's still on his back with Ragnar and they're flying off to wherever they were going. So we're probably going to end up seeing that in the next chapter or two. I'm going to leave it with that. Today's the day of salvation. Believe that Jesus Christ died, was buried, and that he rose again on the third day for your sins, according to the scriptures. If you believe that, you'll be saved and sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise until the day of redemption. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9. For by grace that ye are saved through faith, and that is not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. And John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whoso should believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So I'm going to leave it with that, everyone. I hope everybody has a good rest of your week. We do have, let me scroll back down here. It did say break. Yep, we have a break next week, so I won't be seeing you all next week for the next reaction. It'll probably be the following week. Yeah. So, Sayonara, and God bless, and you take care.